Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Newsbrowse News broadcast. According to a CNBC report, the United States Department of Justice (DOJ) has announced the court-authorized seizure of internet domains used by a Chinese state-sponsored hacking group known as QTFY. The DOJ revealed that several high-profile federal agencies, including the Federal Reserve, the U.S. Senate, the DOJ itself, and NASA, were among the victims of the group's computer intrusions. Other compromised entities included the Department of Energy, the Department of Health and Human Services, the National Institutes of Health, as well as hospitals, telecommunications providers, and defense contractors. The hacking operations utilized malware platforms known as QScan and QTR to target critical U.S. infrastructure. These platforms have been rendered inoperable due to the domain seizures. QTFY was reportedly employed by the China-based Nanjing Xinjiwei Network Technology Company, with clients including China's Ministry of State Security and the People's Liberation Army. U.S. Attorney General Todd Blanche emphasized that state-sponsored malicious hackers targeting American infrastructure will be stopped and prosecuted. The DOJ did not disclose the specific extent of the damages caused by the intrusions. Devastating flash floods have swept through a border region between Nepal and China, resulting in at least 75 deaths and leaving hundreds of tourists and local workers missing. According to reporting by NPR, the disaster struck areas in Nepal's Rasuwa district and China's Tibet region following heavy rains and an ice rock avalanche from a glacier. Officials report that hundreds of individuals from at least 26 countries are among those missing, including many pilgrims heading to Mount Kailash. The Botakoshi and other local rivers burst their banks, destroying infrastructure and burying entire communities in mud. This tragedy follows similar flooding in the same region last year. Experts from the International Center for Integrated Mountain Development linked the disaster to climate change, noting that the warming Himalayan region is becoming increasingly vulnerable to extreme weather events, including rapidly melting glaciers. Search and rescue efforts are currently underway, with both India and China offering humanitarian assistance to the affected areas in Nepal. In an interview with Al Jazeera, United States President Donald Trump stated that he has no time schedule and is not in a hurry for Iran to return to the negotiating table. Marking 6 months since the conflict began, Trump claimed the U.S. is winning very big, pointing to Iran's skyrocketing inflation and struggling economy as indicators of success. These remarks differ from his initial claims at the start of the war, when he suggested the conflict would be resolved within 4 to 6 weeks. The statement comes after the U.S. announced enhanced secondary sanctions on Monday under Operation Economic Outcast, targeting Iran and 60 foreign entities doing business with it. In response, Iran's foreign ministry condemned the sanctions as a violation of international law. The ongoing conflict and economic measures have severely impacted ordinary Iranians, with the rial plunging to a record low. However, analysts interviewed by Al Jazeera question the effectiveness of these measures, noting that China continues to import 90% of Iran's crude oil, providing Tehran with crucial financial resilience. According to CBS News, British singer and actor Tim Curry, widely celebrated for his iconic and versatile performances, has died at the age of 80. His manager confirmed his passing. Born in Cheshire, England, in 1946, Curry began his career on London's West End. Over the decades, he achieved widespread acclaim, earning multiple Emmy, Grammy, and Tony Awards. Curry was best known for his legendary portrayal of the cross-dressing scientist Dr. Frank Travelin Furter in the 1975 cult classic musical comedy, The Rocky Horror Picture Show, a role he transitioned to the screen after starring in the original stage production. He is also fondly remembered for his terrifying performance as Pennywise the Dancing Clown in the 1990 miniseries adaptation of Stephen King's It. Reflecting on his career in an interview with CBS Sunday Morning. Last October, Curry expressed pride in how his Rocky Meta Platforms has reached a settlement regarding a major U.S. lawsuit involving 29 states that accuse the company of designing Facebook and Instagram to foster youth addiction. According to Al Jazeera, the social media giant has agreed to pay a maximum of $16.68 billion to resolve the claims. As part of the agreement, Meta will implement significant changes to its platforms within months. These include daily usage limits of 2 hours for users under 18, which require parental intervention to bypass, as well as nighttime blocks and the removal of certain cosmetic surgery filters. Furthermore, the company will hide reaction counts for minors and offer an option for a non-personalized feed. While Meta denies any wrongdoing, the settlement marks a significant legal milestone, ending a case that carried the potential for massive federal fines. Meta has also publicly urged industry peers, including TikTok and YouTube, to adopt similar safety frameworks to address the issue of youth digital well-being across the industry. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.